Ontario police aware of hateful letter telling family to euthanize autistic child. I read this news story earlier, actually. It popped up in my Facebook feed from the Huffington Post. And there's various other news sites you can get this story from all over the internet. I'll put a particular link I was just reading prior to making this video in the description box down below. It was from Yahoo News. I mean, it don't matter where you get your news on this issue from. This is fucking disgusting. So basically the gist is this intolerant, simple, feeble-minded piece of crap couldn't stand the fact that one of their neighbors' autistic children was playing outside their house. And if you haven't had any experience with autistic children, depending on the severity of their condition, they can get pretty loud. You know, they make a lot of noise. You know, it's part of having severe autism. They can't help it. They were born that way. Well, what this intolerant piece of shit did was she wrote this 3-paragraph letter. It's just one of the most deplorable fucking things I think I've ever read in my entire life. And I'm not even going to go into detail about what it says. You can find a picture of this fucking thing. This photocopied piece of shit on any of these, the links for the story. But what I find even most appalling about this is that this dipshit knew that when she was writing this letter, she was doing something completely fucked, because she didn't even have the balls to put her name on it. All she puts at the end is one pissed off mother. Well, from one pissed off mother, you've managed to create a completely pissed off internet. I can't even believe the stupidity that must be running through your brain like molasses on a daily basis. Like it's almost like an insulin pump of dumb just running through your brain to even have it occur to you to do something like this. Now, the fact that the end of your message, lady, says one pissed off mother suggests that you have kids. Otherwise, it'd be kind of stupid to call yourself a mother. But considering you're stupid enough to write this message, I wouldn't put it past you to be so stupid and not have children and still call yourself a mother. But in the future, if you have any more kids, I hope to God that one of them is autistic. So it's a good kick in the uterus from God, giving you a nice reality check of what you've just insulted so callously, so heinously. You talk about this poor boy like he's a goddamn piece of meat, like a useless dog to just be euthanized. It's disgusting. And it goes to show me how you must parent your own children. You know, you're just the kind of mother that sits there and guilt trips their kids endlessly and beats the shit out of them all the time and says, "Oh, look what you made mommy do." People like you need a good pushing down flights of stairs. Specifically ones about as tall as the Empire State Building. Fuck you. You know, fuck you. This is absolutely deplorable. You know, this is receiving such response all over the internet. I mean, I read this fucking thing and I was amazed at just how fucking callous it is. How emotionless this is. You know, like, she calls him like a wild animal kid at one point in this thing. You know, fuck it. Let me read an excerpt from it. Crying babies, music, even barking dogs are normal sounds in a residential neighborhood, and it has over 6 exclamation points. He is not, and that has almost 10 exclamation points. So it goes to show me that somebody was having their panties in a wad over something that's none of their fucking business anyway. He is a nuisance to everyone and always will be that way. Who the hell is going to care for him? Well, his parents, who obviously love him a hell of a lot more than you love your own children. Let that sting a bit. No employer will hire him. No normal girl is going to marry or love him, and you are not going to live forever. Wow, fuck you. They should take whatever non-retarded body parts he possesses and donate it to science. What the hell else good is he to anyone? You had a retarded kid. Deal with it properly. What do you have to do to this hard-working people? Or what right do you have to do this to hard-working people? I don't even want to fucking read any more of this. This is just, it's so stupidly offensive. I mean, fuck, hard-working people? What? Oh, I'm sorry, did you break a nail on the keyboard while you were typing your photocopied fucking hatred? You useless pile of shit? Now, I mean, honestly, not only does this shit unfortunately happen quite a bit, and this is probably one of the few times things like this make it into the news, it goes to show me how fucking stupid most people are. A kid like this cannot help the way he is, and it's just appalling that this fucking asshole felt the need to even make this broad generalization in the first place, and it's so threatening and offensive and hateful. Man, like I said, if you have more children, and for a cunt like you, I would say more abuse items, because you clearly sound like a psychotic, abusive piece of shit who beats your own children. Like I said, I hope one of them's autistic, because that would be the biggest slap in the face from God that you could ever deserve, other than being sent to hell when you die, which, if that happens at all, is exactly where the fuck you're going. Anyway, that's about as much attention as I want to give this worthless pile of human shit. So, in closing, fuck you, signed, every rational person ever born. Bitch.